Dear Earthmates, we are visiting an Uyghur intellectual in Sweden. Kaiser A ÖzHun and I met in Senegal in 2007, thanks to the PEN Congress there. And we have been close friends since then, and we initiated Ural-Altaic PEN Network. Sometimes we gathered, and there have been some problems regarding the virus, etc. Kaiser A ÖzHun is a human rights defender. He is a leading, the president of Uyghur PEN Center. And so the floor is yours, dear Kaiser. What would you like to say about yourself, your history, personal background? How did you move from China or Uyghuristan, if you will, to the West?
Mm-hmm. First of all, I really appreciate for your invitation for this Earthmate talk. It's a great pleasure. And it's also, I really appreciate for your initiation to starting up this great, unique organization, a soft organization, as you mentioned, like Earthmate, Earth Citizen. It's great. That's a dream we always have, having like a peace, prosperity, and friendly world. But it's not easy. We are trying all the time. And that's one of the reasons why I am here in Sweden. I left country last century. It's 99. Since then, I'm in the different country in exile. After I come exile, I tried to back home to meet my parent, my relatives, and my nation. But I'm not allowed to go back to home. As you mentioned, I'm an artist and a cultural anthropologist. Right now, I am a digital designer or front-end developer. So life is not that easy. We tried all our best, build up our beautiful dream all the time. As you mentioned long ago, we was met in Africa, in Senegal, with a great gathering of hundreds of writers from hundreds of different countries. That was a great time. We celebrated freedom of expression in heart of Africa. That's an amazing place. I still remember that was island we was visited. It's like how in the I think 1780s, 18th centuries, for how the slaves was sent from Africa to South and North America continents. So that was really a heartbreaking time. Also happy with met people. So that was a great to meet you again. As you mentioned, we was tried to build up our network, so-called Ural-Altaic PEN Network, build up like democratic society in the newly independent Central Asian countries, or so-calling the Turkic speaker countries. I really appreciate for Turkey and Finland, Japan, Korea, and other country was among our network and the support like you to build up the beautiful dream. We tried anyway. We tried in Crimea, we tried in Mongolia, we tried in Kyrgyzstan.
We should keep trying. We will keep trying.
Yeah, we all the time trying to build up, but it's not easy. The reason why I come exile, there was no reason at the time, really no reason. We grow up in communist China. I don't know how much people understand if I say communist China. So we are totally different mentality. We can't think like you think. We can't see the world as you see. Maybe you see from your brain, maybe you see by your eye, but we see very differently. That's a totally different understanding of world. After I come exile, I learned a lot. I have been visited so many countries, learn, build up myself, like a renaissance, like reborn myself to learning all the time, because the world is different. And I always keep asking, why? Because my people is suffer. They have no idea about what is the freedom of expression, etc. What kind of rights human being must have. I mean, must have, it means the natural rights as you born, as you have in your hand. But we are not. Our people in, I really appreciate you mentioned Uyghuristan. We call Uyghuristan, or some people call East Turkestan as well. But official name is Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomy Region. It's an autonomy region in the part of Western China. Our population is very difficult to estimate, but I believe about 16 to 20 million around. No idea. I can't tell the exact number. No one letting us know it. Yeah, so it's very difficult to calculate. Anyway, we are the part of that about 300 more million Turkic speaker community. We are Turkic speaking people, and people call us the Eastern Turks, the Eastern Turks, or some people call us the origin of Turks. Whatever. I'm not a nationalist, but I am patriot probably, because I lost my land, my nation, my rights. When you lost everything, you want to fight for get it back. The patriotism, when you love your country, you already is kind of ism already. Anyway, I don't like ism, but I am already inside ism. This was not my wish, but I born it here. I have no choice. So as you mentioned, you said you build up this Earth citizen. If we understand how good be an Earth citizen, first of all, it's so beautiful. The world will be beautiful. We accept all as a human being, regardless your religion, your ethnicity, or whatever you believe. The problem was we are not accepting each other. We are really like divided very differently and hatred all the time. That's why within PEN International, I'm initiating and I'm trying to build up this unique family to give this opportunity for my fellow, the Turkic writers in Central Asia, to let them understand how it's different, this world, what we are looking for actually, what we need, why we need that. And what about we are assimilated with someone else? What about our country? What's wrong with somebody is occupied your country? What about somebody kick you out from your own home? Can we accept that? It's a lot of question, of course, all the time. I never give the right answers. Everyone explain very different way with their understanding. So as 2010, there is something really important happened in Nobel Peace Prize, like Liu Xiaobo, he got Peace Prize, who's from China, who fighting for freedom of expression and the freedom for not only for Chinese, but all other 56 different nationality. His slogan was, he said, I have no enemy. Do we really don't have enemy? I don't know. That's all the time I'm asking. I can't hear you. You're mute now. If you can open that, it will be, yeah.
Do you hear me now?
Now it's fine, yeah.
Okay. I mean, we try not to be enemies against each other people, but some people are enemies to us, unfortunately. I mean, so some people who don't know us are angry, probably, and they have their categories. And it's not easy, but important maybe not to hate anyone, but still struggle for certain principles, ideals. It's not easy. It is easier said than done.
Yeah, the people, we are put as a circumstance, be enemy. Actually, as you said, we don't want to be enemy, wants to be a friend, but they are not accepting as a friend, they are accepting you as an enemy. Whatever your feedback, it's difficult to let them to understand. That's why I become enemy for PR China. They think, not me, of course. They are not allowing me go back home, not allowing me meet with my parent, my relatives, my nations. Can you imagine? You was left your country, you was 48. Now I mean, your mom was 48. Now you are 52. Still you are not able to meet your mom. It's heartbreaking, very difficult. I used to cry, no more, not anymore. So then in 2013, a friend of ours, mine, and we born same city, we studied same schools from primary, high school, and the university. He was in Beijing, and I was in Urumqi, in our capital city. He, great guy. He was teaching at the National University in Beijing. We call him Mizu Dashue. His initiation is not much different than Liu Xiaobo. Liu Xiaobo said that he have no enemy. He said, I'm looking for common ground for peace. And he was sentenced, life sentence. Can you imagine that? What he asked it is just looking after common ground for peace, for those nations who have hatred, who have conflict, who have clash with civilization inside a country. He also warned, if you continue in this way, this hatred will be lead as to really instability in our region. It's happened from 2017 in my region, Uyghur or Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. We are like open prison. It's a 21st century. Can you imagine? The people, millions of people is in the camp, concentration camp, not education camp, as Chinese said. They said education camp. Have you ever heard somewhere in the democratic world called educational camp? You can give the name beautifully, but what is going on inside? The slaves. It's heartbreaking. If you talk with anyone in exile today, I mean the Uyghurs in exile, no one is actually safe. We all already have been kind of subjugated. Like if your parent, your direct relative is not in the camp, you're already banned outside the country. So it's how you can imagine. You can't go back to your home. For what? Are you a terrorist? Are you a soldier for somewhere else to fighting with those regime? I really did something wrong economically or some other? No, you have no record. Only you have different opinion. You think different than others. Then you are sinner. So that's our situation. That's why I trying all the time in PEN International to our writer friends, artist friends, scholar friends, understand it. I remember once, maybe at that conference, you was there as well. I remember, if right, it was 2008 or 7. I can't remember exact. That was a Bled peace conference for PEN International. I met a great writer from Israel, whose name, what his name? Sami Mihail. He was give an example, a really great example. How was that writers is so important? He mentioned at that time, if I remember correctly, said he born in Iraq and he moved to Israel 30 years ago at that time. Maybe now it's 50 years. If he still is alive, I have no idea. I hope so. He said after he moved to Israel, there's a like squares or gardens or street after his name. The people is respect him. He's a great writer. And all prime ministers, president invite him to the inauguration. Our party to meet with him, give their appreciation, a gratitude for this great writer. But once our prime minister, I forget which one was that, was he was not invited. He was surprised. Wow, some people forgot me. But one day the door was knocked. The president was at his home. Oh, that's shocking. How come? The president is come to visit me. President said, we grow up reading your books. Your writers is everything for human being. What you're writing is, let us learn, let us use it in practically. You know, this is great things. It's simple what he said at that time, perhaps, but it was really inspired me a lot for my later interest and my activity. If I may say I'm active, activist, maybe I'm not, maybe more professionalist. Anyway, so that's why I'm trying all the time. We have to responsible our pen, what we're writing, what we're drawing, what we're singing, what we're playing at music. So it can lead the human being. They learn from that. Yes, we all learned, isn't it? This our other way. Some different way we are learning. Maybe watching, listening, reading, whatever. It has been written. It has been great thinkers, the writers, the artist was give us all this beautiful imagination, beautiful things, which they got from somewhere, they reflect and they give us, and we feed it. We grow up. How we feed it, we grow up better or weaker, it's dependent, of course. So that's why I was really interested in PEN. I still believe our PEN people can change a lot. The PEN International always is a great family. Side by side, hand by hand, we did a great job the past 20 years. I really happy what I joined. I really happy I met you.
Me too. I met you. And yes, we need to just keep doing what we think is the best for the future, for humanity. There is this a planetary civilization in progress, and calling it an Earth civilization is just putting the name of our planet. There are wonderful initiatives, organizations, and Earth Civilization Network is, as I said, soft approach, no hierarchy, no financial thing or bureaucratic thing. It's bureaucracy is also good. Finance is also important and necessary, you know, but there are wonderful organizations. But this is simply an ethical approach. And I too am on this planet. I too am responsible. That's all. And open to learning and trying to contribute to the synergy on our planet. So without big words, without any promises, just an ethical stand. Actually, millions, even I'm sure billions of people are thinking like us and they are doing good things. Maybe we can increase our synergy. But that's all.
Yes, it is. You know, sometimes for me, very difficult to understand. Of course, we care about our Earth, the Mother Earth. We have to take care of that, how they take care of us. If we really take care of them, they will take care of us better than we did, I believe. As a human being as well as, if we take care of each other better, the beautiful world will be more beautiful, of course. But unfortunate things is happening, as I mentioned. The millions of people is in the camp today, and yearly several thousand just disappear. We don't know, just disappear. Like organ harvesting, like raping for young women, underage girls, even men. So this kind of unhuman things is happening. The world still is keep quiet, which I can't understand. So after that things happen in 39 or 37 to 45 in Nazi camp in Second World War, they call never again, but it's happening again. And we are letting it happen. And we're waiting something is come out worse. Then later we will call again, never, never happen again. So this is very difficult to understand such reality. Of course, we understand, and as you mentioned a while ago, the economy is important. Yes, it's important. China is strong, not by economically, but in other way as well. Maybe economy is everything for today, for those world, those the so-called democratic world. The Uyghurs today is more popular in the media. I'm not happy with that popularity. We are popular, not because we are the strong enough, we are the smartest, or we did that great things in our country, no. Because we suffer the worst. That's why we are popular. Oh, this people is the worst treated in that world today. So, no, I'm not happy. Long ago, I think 2008 in Bogota, some people asked me, Kaiser, what's the Uyghur? I was surprised. It's not what's the Uyghur, it's who's the Uyghurs. The Uyghur is a nation, not things to eat. It's not things to call it what, it's who. So we are a nation in today world. It's not something else. But now I realize, actually, that's a good question, right question, actually. We was not who, we was what. I'm more realizing that question. We was what. It's for me, physically I'm free. I'm in one of the best country in the world. I have not difficulty with any purpose, anything. I'm free. I can do whatever in the legal system, of course, I want to do. And I have strong country in my back which support me. I really appreciate. But I'm still is broken. I still dream that place where I born. I still dream my childhood. I still dream those people who suffering in those camp. Those children who's like my children here. my children have such beautiful life here in Sweden. Why not my other children in China? What's wrong with that? Why our children is not happy like in Turkey, like in Central Asia? What's wrong with this government? What's wrong with this political system? Why they are not asked that? How come a country accept those children on the street begging? Those children have no school to go. It's very difficult to understand, very difficult to understand. So I'm happy with physically and my children around me here in Sweden. But when I thinking my relatives, my nations, how they are suffering, my heart is broken, bloating all the time. That's why I said I'm free, but mentally I'm not. I'm a sick person.
Thank you for expressing the situation so strongly. I hope more and more people will become aware and do things more efficiently. In Turkey, things are not good, but democratic opposition is growing. I'm very sad about Turkey as well, but there is some democratic hope. Is there, by the way, maybe you have written all this, and if you have not, please write. And it's important to write. You are a modest person, and modest people sometimes undervalue their lives. Mention yourself, just so you have shared here. Write about your life story and your thoughts. I'm sure that will mean enough, because you have never chosen an easy way. You have taken difficult steps. You keep taking difficult steps. And I respect you so much, like many other people do. And please write. And thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to add to Earthmates? You are now addressing, ideally, 8 billion people, and then later on 10 billion people.
There is a lot to talk, of course. A lot to talk, but
yes,
we don't need to talk that much. But
yes, you have already.
My last word is, as you mentioned, 8 billion, right? The 8 billion population in Earth. Let's be like Earth citizen.
Yeah.
That's a great.
We're together, Kaiser. Brother. Yeah. We're together, and we should communicate and improve our synergy. And I have done less than I wanted to do, and I apologize for that.
Never. We did all our best. You did your best, I know. You did a lot. I remember, if we mentioned that, if we have time, I will tell people what you did. So I know what you did.
Okay, we're together.
Thank you so much for everything.
We're together.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.